Hi fellow travelers! Today I'll be sharing some of the beautiful memories I made while pet sitting in Vancouver, Canada. And I have a little secret to tell you. I fell in love not once, but twice. But let's start from the beginning. After about a 14-hour flight from Kuala Lumpur, I finally landed in Vancouver. I had 2 pet sitting assignments lined up here, both in North Vancouver, or North Van, as the locals say. To get there, I took the sea bus, which, by the way, is kind of iconic here. The sea bus is this passenger-only ferry that connects downtown Vancouver to North Van in about 12 minutes. The ferry drops you off at Lonsdale, Quay, a lovely waterfront spot with markets and views of the skyline. From there, it was just a short bus ride to my first pet sitting home. And once I arrived, this handsome boy, Murphy, greeted me with a wagging tail and the sweetest face. I'll be honest, I was surprised by his size. He looked way smaller in the pictures, but turns out Murphy's a Bernedoodle, a mix between a Bernese mountain dog and a poodle. And these guys are not exactly lap dogs. So Bernedoodles are known for being affectionate, intelligent, and incredibly gentle. Basically the best of both breeds combined. They are playful but also total cuddle pros. Since I arrived in the morning and my host family didn't leave until the evening, I had a whole dog-free day to explore downtown. So back on the sea bus, 12 minutes later, I was standing back at the waterfront station. From there, it's just a short walk to Gastown, the oldest part of Vancouver. Gastown was founded by a talkative bar owner nicknamed Gassy Jack back in 1867, hence the name. It's now a beautiful mix of cobblestone streets, old brick buildings, and trendy coffee shops. I stopped at Revolver for breakfast, which is one of the city's most recommended coffee spots. And while I was enjoying my coffee, I noticed this. Also in Gastown, you'll find the famous steam clock, which, fun fact, isn't as old as it looks. It was actually built in 1977 and runs on steam from the city's heating system. I tried walking through Stanley Park that day, but it was raining sideways and it was freezing, so I had to get a sweatshirt, and I decided to just head back to North Van and properly meet Murphy. So Murphy is honestly a dream dog to sit. He hardly barked, he got along with every other dog we met, and he was just so gentle. I couldn't stop taking photos of him, and this face, look at it. It kept raining for days, but that did not stop us. Murphy had his tiny raincoat, and I swear he looked like a model every time he wore it. North Van is just so perfect for dogs. It's full of parks, trails, and leafy streets. Honestly, dogs here have such a good life and they don't even know it. Compared to Kuala Lumpur, where walking a dog can be like an obstacle course, Vancouver is a paradise. Cafés and restaurants welcome dogs, and small ones can even ride public transport as long as they're in carriers. After a few days, the weather finally turned. I went back to Stanley Park for a proper walk. It's one of the largest urban parks in North America, over 400 hectares of rainforest, beaches, and trails. It's older than the city itself, officially opened in 1888, and named after Lord Stanley. That's the same guy the Stanley Cup's named after. I did the full seawall loop in about 2 hours. The air was crisp, clean, and full of that pine sand you just don't get anywhere else. It's so different from a walk in KL. On my last day with Murphy, we went for a long walk around North Van, grabbed coffee at Bean on 5th, then headed to the Shipyards. This area used to be a real working shipyard, especially during World War II when ships were being built for the Navy. Today, it's all repurposed, so you find cafés, patios, live music, markets, and amazing waterfront views. It was one of those perfect sunny days that just feel like a gift. We spent the afternoon soaking in the sun. It was a great final day together, and saying goodbye to Murphy was rough, but little did I know heartbreak was coming twice. So next up, Lulu, a 2-year-old French Bulldog lady. So small but full of personality, and yeah, she completely stole my heart. Frenchies are basically the comedians of the dog world. They're playful, affectionate, and ridiculously expressive. Those faces can say everything. But because of their flat noses, they can struggle with heat, so I always had to pace her playtime. Because Lulu's biggest passion in life was playing fetch. She chased the ball for hours if I let her. Sometimes I had to be the boring adult and call it quits before she overheated. So Frenchies don't always know when to stop. They literally play themselves into exhaustion if you let them. So you gotta be careful with them. Lulu lived just a short walk from Mosquito Creek Park. It's another one of Vancouver's green urban oases. The trails follow a beautiful stream surrounded by thick forests, and apparently it's not uncommon to see bears here. So when I saw the bear in area sign, I was like, yep, I'm officially in Canada. One of the best things about Lulu was that she could ride the public transport. So I'd pop her into a backpack and she'd just sit there, chill as ever, knowing we were heading somewhere fun. We took a bus to Ambleside Park in West Vancouver one day. It's about a 30 minutes drive away from where we were staying, and this gorgeous beach park with mountain views and a dedicated off-leash dog area was so much fun for us. Lulu went absolutely wild, sprinting after her ball, splashing in the sand, living her best life. And even if you don't have a dog, it's the perfect place for dog watching, I'm telling you. It's the best free entertainment one can get. One Sunday morning I left Lulu at home and went for a solo hike at Lynn Canyon Park. It's home to a famous suspension bridge that hangs 50 meters above the canyon. The park opened in 1912 and stretches over 600 acres of rainforest. It's wild, peaceful, and smells like wet moss and cedar, the kind of place where you remember why people fall in love with British Columbia. Lulu and I even took a little road trip together up to Whistler, which is about 1.5 hour drive north of Vancouver. And the route itself, it's called the Sea to Sky Highway, is one of the most scenic drives in Canada. It winds past oceans, cliffs, and snow-capped peaks and was heavily upgraded for the 2010 Winter Olympics. Whistler was picture perfect that day. We were so lucky. Blue sky, sunshine, alpine air. We wandered through the pedestrian village. And then went for a walk at Lost Lake Park. And I have to say, for a place called Lost Lake, it was surprisingly easy to find. On the drive back, we passed a building where they apparently filmed scenes of The Last of Us. I haven't seen it, but maybe some of you will recognize it. My final few days with Lulu were spent exploring cafés and hidden corners around the neighborhood. But there's the one funny story I have to tell you. One morning, we were out for our usual walk, but Lulu keeps pulling me in a completely different direction toward this main road, which is super busy. And I kept trying to steer her back, but she was on a mission. So I just let her lead. And where does she take me? Straight to a pet store. She walks right in, heads straight to the shelf with dried meat treats and looks at me like, you know what to do. So, I mean, how do you say no to that face? Smart, sneaky little lady. She never did it again, or even before, and I guess that day she just had a craving and remembered the exact spot. And then came the hard part of saying goodbye. If there's one downside to pet sitting, it's definitely that part. You fall in love over and over, and sometimes saying goodbye feels heavier than you expect. Murphy and Lulu were both such special dogs, gentle, loving, full of personality. I still think about them all the time, actually, and I hope one day I'll get to see them again. And if you enjoyed meeting them too, hit that like button and maybe drop a comment if you've ever had a pet that completely stole your heart. See you in the next adventure!